Hey guys, Tokyo here, back with another Palworld build. So if you've been following Palworld's development, you know that Pocket Pair recently announced a collaboration with ULTRAKILL, and I'll be honest with you, when I first heard about it, I was like, Ultra what? So I did what any content creator would do, went down a research rabbit hole, and let me tell you, this collaboration is going to produce some interesting content. For those who don't know, ULTRAKILL is this intense, fast-paced first-person shooter that has this incredible tagline: mankind is dead, blood is fuel, hell is full. You play as V1, a combat machine that feeds on the blood of enemies to stay powered. I love the direction this is going to take Palworld in, and just like with the Terraria update, it's time to create a base that's prepared for what's coming. And you know I can't just do one base. That's right, it's time for another mega base project. And the coolest part is they're gonna tell a story of Palworld's evolution through all the major updates. The tropical islands added in the Tides of Terraria update are perfect for this idea. 3 separate areas, 3 bases, and 3 distinct themes. I'm calling it the Epoch series, representing 3 distinct eras of Palworld's evolution. Base 1, Dawn Sanctuary, the small lower island. This is where our story begins. Dawn represents that first light, those early access days when we all discovered what Palworld could be. Light, natural aesthetics. This base will celebrate everything from launch to Sakurajima and Faybreak Island and be our food production hub, ranch operation, and fishing port. Base 2, Meridian Archive, the waterfall level. Meridian, the highest point of the sun, the peak of the day. This is where Palworld reached its zenith, and something incredible happened. The Terraria collaboration. The archive preserves that moment when 2 gaming worlds merged. Futuristic, modern aesthetics. This base will handle our assembly lines, research operations, and medicine crafting. Base 3, Dusk's Crucible, the upper level. The sun is setting, darkness is coming, and we're about to enter something intense. This base looks toward the ULTRAKILL collaboration. A crucible, where metal is tested, impurities are burned away, raw materials become weapons. Dark, industrial, and brutal. This will be the resource production powerhouse. Every ore node, ingot, wood, and stone, processed here in the fires of the crucible. Obviously, I can't do this alone, so I'm bringing in the full crew to bring it to life. Rin, the weapons specialist and living embodiment of chaotic good. She's claimed Dusk's Crucible. Minori, the serene botanist and food production expert. She's handling Dawn's Sanctuary and turning it into a sustainable paradise. Haru, the aesthetic queen and Japanese building specialist. She's designing Dawn's Sanctuary with Minori and putting the finishing touches on the design. Yuna, the Palgenetics researcher and newest member to join our team. She's the brains behind our breeding operation. She'll be joining me at Meridian Archive. And last but not least, Zoe, the Syndicate's iconic tower boss and our defense coordinator. She'll be joining Rin at Dusk's Crucible. That's the lineup. 3 epochs, 3 bases, 1 massive interconnected empire on Oasis Isle. To preserve the quality of the builds, each one will be presented in separate videos. These bases take time, and we want to make sure they're the best they can be. So let the creating begin, starting with Dawn's Sanctuary.
Okay guys, so to get started, we're going to remove the PAL box that's here temporarily while we work on the foundation. Make sure your structure deterioration is set to 0 before beginning. To form a perfect circle of pillars involves precise camera positioning and pillar placement at 10 and 5-degree angles. This is achieved by placing a PAL bed in the default position that you want to start your circle. The trick is keeping your camera's position exactly where it is after standing up from the bed. Walk forward until you reach the desired starting point and place the first pillar. Attach 2 ceilings, then place another pillar next to the first, lining it up to match. This will become your guide for the remainder of the pillar placement. Then build 2 ceiling pieces outward and place a pillar there. This is your 0-degree pillar. Attach 2 ceilings and pillars to all sides. After you're satisfied with the placement, delete the first pillar. Reset your character's position by sleeping in the bed, and do the process all over again, while changing the pillar's position by 1 click each time to produce 10-degree angle differences. You will eventually complete a 90-degree pillar set. To create the 5-degree pillars, start by resetting your position, walk to the side, and place 2 wooden defense walls. Check to make sure they are in a straight line, then reset your position again, delete the second wall and set again, but angle it 1 click towards you. This gives you the 5-degree angle. Walk towards the pillars without moving the camera and set into the original position of the first pillar. Place 2 ceiling pieces outward and set the pillar. Repeat this process, changing the pillar position by 1 click until you finish the half circle. This part is not required for the completed look. I've explained the basic process, but if you want a full breakdown, head over to Veli's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description. To start the foundation, place a wood piece directly in front of the circular pillar or the center point of the island if you opted out of this piece. Make sure to set it in a low-level position. Replace your PAL box, lining it up in the front half. Just as a heads up, I'll be modifying various parts of the base as we go, so keep that in mind as you follow the tutorial. To create access to the lower level, build 2 sets of stairs from the left side of the top floor. The floor on the water level will be created apart from the top floor. Start by attaching a foundation at the base of the stairs. This will give you a guide to position the lower level. Next, change the building mode and line the foundation up next to the piece you just placed, as close to the water line as possible. Attach a ceiling towards the water, add pillars underneath, and delete the foundation. Replace it with a ceiling. This will give your water level floor a floating pier appearance and will be what you build all the way around the island. Make sure to attach pillars to the bottom of all the edges. Build a 2-story platform at the front of the island to be able to connect the 2 sides. This is one of the structures that gets modified a lot later on. Continue the platform until you reach the back side of the island. Also, go ahead and completely fill in this area, as it will be filled in later on. To navigate around the seashells, build small platforms above them to maximize space. I'm modifying the bridge because I realized that the path was outside the baseline, so I made it wider, making it accessible to the PALs. The height and length will be the same, but I'll be adding some other parts. Add another platform to go over the seashell like before. Line the entire water level floor with the wooden fences. Line the entire top floor with the Japanese fences. Use the Japanese fences to line the higher floors as well. The player's house consists of a two-story Japanese-styled home with a deck on the front and back of the second floor. For the roof, we're making the same style that we did in the last build. Start by placing your typical roof. Then attach an additional roofing set to each end. Finish with pillars to connect it to the floor below. Remember to keep one ceiling piece behind the roof, or it won't be supported. To place the railing against the roof, first remove it, attach the railing, then reapply the roof after. For the bridge, we're going to be adding a roof in the same style as the player's home. In order to do this, we have to change the railings to wall pieces for necessary support. Once your walls are placed, you can safely remove the ceiling. Add another path that wraps to the front, creating a connecting point to the entrance of the base. Additionally, we're adding a set of platforms to the back outer edges to support the roof overhang, because the terrain gets in the way.
Minori has finished the main parts of the base, so it's time for me to put the finishing touches on it. Start with extending the entrance all the way to the shore using wood ceilings. Finish with a single Japanese staircase at the shore and enclose with wooden railings. The rest is going to be a combination of small aesthetic adjustments and examples of how you can decorate the base. Let's add some special touches. Here we'll put an outdoor kitchen, place a flat Japanese roof, leaving the front open. You can put walls on the sides to give it depth. After finishing all my beautiful decorations, for some reason I decided to move the ranch from its original spot, but then I wasn't able to place it anywhere, which led me to running around the base desperately looking for a spot to put it. And we all know it's not the easiest thing to set, especially in a fully stocked base. So I had to make some more adjustments. On the back of the base, there's a small area of flat ground. However, it wasn't wanting to let me place it there because of the existing structures. So I had to tear down the staircase that's above it first. My advice to you is have it be one of the first things you put down on your base so you can avoid this problem, or just put it somewhere else before you start decorating. Add a covered walkway up the center of the base entrance using the flat Japanese roof. And as a final touch, place benches and Japanese lanterns on top of crates around the edges to provide accent lighting.
If you've made it this far, we thank you. And as a parting gift, until the next base is born, here is some up-close views of Dawn's sanctuary. We hope you guys enjoyed the first part of the Epoch series at Dawn's Sanctuary. Be ready for part 2 that's coming this week, the Meridian Archive, where we build the futuristic production base. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video and leave a comment below to tell us your thoughts on this mega base project. Until next time, happy building. And we'll see you guys in the next creation.